Hello there, my name's Dame Lemaitre. Welcome to the video. And so this review is this is a video that's a little bit different. Quite a lot recently, a lot of my videos are focused upon me going out and about. Obviously now with COVID-19, the coronavirus, obviously there's been a lockdown and we've been told we have to stay indoors. Which I fully understand. It is for the good of the country, for the world. I also work for the NHS, so I mean, half the time I'm having to go out anyway to go to work. But for me, that's good. I'd rather keep myself busy, sort of thing, with work and that sort of thing. Obviously, the fact that there's nothing else now, otherwise I'd be quite bored if I didn't have to go to work. There is stuff I can do around the house, but obviously there's only so much you can do really for a certain amount of time, I think. So recently, back in February, I brought these two engines. This is the Big City engine. So I've got the wooden one here and the old Take and Play one. Both of these have now been discontinued, unfortunately. But I think they look really nice, and I think the face on it looks quite good. And his face on this one, the Big City engine, looks quite good as well. Now, the Big City engine was only in the Railway series, in one of the illustrations. Yet he's managed to get this merchandise. And in the Railway series, there was a few sort of what you call one-off characters that only sort of appeared once, sort of thing, really, or a couple of illustrations. Yet they still managed to make it into other merchandise. And as well with some of the newer characters, they only appear in one or two episodes. Yet still lots of merchandise after them. Obviously with regards to all this panic buying, so coronavirus, people have been out panic buying and things like that. I've seen photos on social media as well, and even down in my local Morrison store, really. There's not really been much need as far as I'm concerned for panic buying. I just think people being silly, sort of thing, But yeah, there's been a few jokes sort of on social media about it as well, sort of thing. Although I don't think on the one hand it is serious, but at the same time you do sort of have to keep a sense of humour and laugh about these things as well. I do take it seriously as well, but like I said, there's a few jokes about it as well. Like anything really, it's nice to have a little bit of a laugh, I think. I don't see the point of being miserable about anything. I got these two engines quite recently, and I really like them. It does sort of make me laugh on both of them. So if you have a look at the tender, it says BCE, which stands for Big City Engine. Now, obviously, we never saw his tender in the illustration that he was in, and also got it on this one as well, the Take and Play one. And it says underneath Big City Engine and the year that it was made, which was I probably should check this before actually. So it says 2013 under there. This was made, just there, quite faint. So I got these both second hand, and I have to admit, in some ways, I don't know why, I prefer the wooden model a little bit more to the Take and Play one. So on the Take and Play one, then in my opinion, they've been a little bit lazy. They've not painted the buffers black. For me that's a big thing. Although you can paint it yourself, but at the same time the bodywork there is detail. But I like the wooden one just a bit more. A bit hard to say why really. So I'll just turn it around so you can have a look from the other side. Not much difference on the other side. I really like the big wheels on this one as well. Also, another one I have in the wooden range is the Flying Scotsman. Again, they've used the big wheels on that as well. But yeah. So I think this is really good. Like I said, I didn't just get this. I got some postcards recently, and obviously now that we're not going out as much, I'm hoping to do some more like reviews, and just do stuff inside. On Twitter recently as well, I commented about the fact that obviously now that this virus is going on, that it might delay the Peter, Sam, and Daisy in the Bachman range. To which Bachman actually replied. So we'll just wait and see. At the minute there's still postal deliverers and that, and everything else going on. So we'll see really. But obviously, hopefully, I do look forward to when they come out. It's just a case of being patient, really. And like I said, it's just for the good of the country. I mean, there's other things that I can do indoors, like I've got my other Hornby trains and that as well. I've got books to read, I've got DVDs, I've got plenty to do inside. And obviously, like I said, I'm working as well, so, I don't have to sort of bide my time too much, really. But yeah, I got these. But anyway, here's a look at the postcards that I got as well. So here's a few postcards I got recently. A couple of other ones I got, ones of Edward and Douglas as well. I already had these already, but I got a couple of more. They came with Toad at the bottom there, and I actually got two of Toad as well, as you can see. It's Toad the brake van. Anyway, so I got a few postcards. So first off is one here of Thomas from the episode Thomas, Terence and the Snow. Scenery looks really nice on that one. And again, on the back, it tells the story of how Thomas got stuck in the snow and Terence came to his rescue. But yeah, I thought that was a really nice one. The next one is of Henry in the episode Whistles and Sneezes, where some boys threw some stones at Henry's coaches. You can just about see there that the windows got broken. Then Henry sneezed at them with the ash from his firebox. Again, Henry's always been one of my more favourite characters. And funnily enough, Henry's actually been the butt of some jokes recently to do with COVID-19. And I do, on the one hand, think it's quite serious, but at the same time, think you do need to have a little bit of a laugh about these things. And obviously, I think people should be listening to the government warning and staying at home like should be if they don't have to go to work. I'm considered as one of the key workers, as I work for the NHS myself, so I do have to go to work. But the way things are, I'd rather be at work than not working, if you know what I mean. Keeping myself busy. So on the back, again, tells the story. And last year as well, back in December, I was lucky to go on a Black 5, which is what Henry's based upon. That was at Nene Valley Railway. So next up is one of Edward. Again, I do actually have one of this postcard already. Then it just says about on the back, just a bit about Edward. So I thought that was quite a nice one. The next one's of Thomas at Dryaw Station. And a bit about Thomas and Annie and Clarabelle. The next one's another one that I've already got that came with these postcards. Thomas bursting the coal. Like I said, I do have this one already, but so now I've got a second one of that. And on the back tells a bit about the episode Thomas bursting the coal. The next one's Percy, and Percy takes plunge. Now this picture does actually come on another postcard with 3 others from other stories as well. Again on the back though, but this one does tell the story of when Percy fell into the sea because he ignored the danger sign. So quite another nice one, I thought. This one more favourite ones, quite a hard one to get, I thought. Douglas in the episode Brake Van, where he demolished the brake van. Funnily enough, it's got a bit of an error there. It's got Douglas's nameplate on it, but Douglas didn't receive his nameplate, or Donald for that matter, till later on. They never used to have nameplates on them when they first arrived. So a little bit of an error there on that one. Tells a bit of about the story. When Douglas demolished the brake van. I think this is definitely my favourite one. This is from the episode Thomas Comes to Breakfast, where he crashes into the station master's house. And again, Donald and Douglas came to his rescue. I thought that was quite a nice one. And on the back, again, nice little description of the episode, the story itself of Tom's Comes Breakfast. So yeah, they're all the postcards that I got recently. Something else I found as well. I found these two tickets from last year when I went on the Festiniog Railway. So you see above my thumb there, that's 25th of July. That was 24th, the day before. So when I went on my holiday to Wales, again, you can see those videos on my channel. Now I'm sort of actually looking over my videos and other people's videos of railways, because obviously now no one can really go out because of COVID-19. But again, I think it's all for the best, really. Just got to wait for as long as it takes. Another thing worth adding is obviously I brought all these postcards separately, and they all came with stamps as well, which were quite nice, as you can see here. But like I said, yeah, there's been a few jokes on the internet that ones that I've shared as well. Like I said, I believe that obviously everyone's still got to keep a sense of humour, really, and just obviously look after themselves, wash their hands the best they can, don't go out unless it's essential. Listen to the government's warning on this occasion. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.